Booyah. You already know I am hyped. Hyped. Live and direct. Flight from STI or SDQ, Santo Domingo. Live and direct flight from Santo Domingo to JFK. We over here in Nueva York, Papa. Mets beat the Nationals 9-4. I think it was 9-4. Let me look it up. Listen, I haven't even been this excited as a Mets fan in a long time. No, not excited over. Yep, 9-4. Not excited over the game. This is, you talk about Friendly Fire, live and direct. Friendly Fire, episode 2. Whew. Jesus Louise, we got to go straight into it. My man, Javy Báez, El Mago, the magician. First of all, he showed out today. He did some of his typical strikeouts, leaning towards who knows where to swing. I don't know where. Couple of strikeouts as usual. But he hit a bomb shot off of, I forget the starter's name. On the Nationals. Javy Báez, I think he was 1 of 4. Yeah, 1 of 4, 2 RBIs. He took the lead. Losing pitcher is Fed. Yeah, Feddy, something like that. He hit a monster shot, Javy Báez, 444 feet. But that isn't even the story. Javy Báez comes out after the game. He has his little son sitting on his lap. And he talks about the thumbs down that he's been putting up for the last month and a half. And reveals that the thumbs down was actually a response to the boos from the crowd. Initially, I thought, that's bad timing. Javy, what the hell are you talking about? You just beat the Nationals. Why are you coming out telling me, the us against the world mentality is now including the fans, like us? I get it. We're a bunch of assholes. And I even said, I remember Carlos Beltran having an issue and Julio Franco having to push out Carlos Beltran for a salute, for a curtain call, because he was so in his feelings about us booing. And I even reacted to Javy saying, yo, bro, you ain't even Carlos Beltran. Like, he was a really good player, a top player in the league at that time. Like, who the hell are you? I would trade you for Beltran being the coach right now, even though he went through that Houston garbage can debacle. And that's how I felt initially. But now, I already told you how that 7-line army does. How this Mets friendly fire is crazy. What's going on right now on social media, because I don't even know any of these people. I'm arguing with all of them. They all come out and they feel so entitled to boo. Sandy Alderson, in the post-game press conference today, Javy Báez stated that they were responding to Mets fans for booing, and that Mets fans are understandably frustrated and we have the right to boo. But before I even get to that, Sandy Alderson, who looks crazy, he needs to get the hair plugs that I'm going to get in about a year or two. Javy Báez came out and said that. The Mets fans responded like we're the Yankee fans. Like Yankees, the Yankees have won average one title every 5 years. They have a championship history. Where the fuck do we get off telling a player who's telling us to keep it easy? Basically, we got a month left. Let's get that stadium rocking for the next month. What the hell are we doing? What are we talking about? What is this standard that we're holding Javy Báez to? Losing for the last 35 years? Where is this stand? What is this booing? Where are we booing from? The pulpits of Loserville. And not to say Báez comes from a championship environment, but I'll get into a second with Juan Soto, who is now probably my favorite player to watch in the league. He's going to be a free agent, apparently. And I'll look this up in real time. In the end of 2023, he's due to be a free agent. We should have an environment that is way different and the total opposite of the Bronx. They have every right to boo and pay whatever it is for whatever amount for a ticket and boo their players when they're not playing up to standard, because they've proven time and time again that they're going to do what it takes to put that to compete on that level. We have not proven that. Where do we get off? I said it last week. DeGrom is hurt. He's out. Our star pitcher. That's the ace. The stopper. Out. Syndergaard. Out. He apparently tested positive for COVID, and he's vaccinated. That does not mean don't get the vaccine. Get the vaccine. Stop being a prick. All you people out there. Lindor is our best overall player. He's clearly hurt. Finally got an extra base hit today. Worked his way into he was on third base, forced the pitcher to balk. Got our first run of the game. We're crawling towards the finish line. There's a mere chance for us to get into the playoffs. I don't even know if I necessarily want this team to make the playoffs, but we already have 2 first-round draft picks coming up next year. The number 11 pick. We got that in the bag. I don't want to sign somebody else for 10 years, $300 million. I'd rather save that for the following year of free agency. All these people. So some guy tweeted or put out, Javy Báez is gonna need security to help him come into the game on Tuesday. For what? A baseball game? And this mentality has been going on for a long time. I was at Shea Stadium when Barry Bonds came to visit. Every at bat, every pitch, everyone was booing him. I'm inebriated out of my mind. You think I'm booing the best player I've ever seen in my life of any sport? You think I'm going to boo that guy? And you know what Barry Bonds did? He smacked the only pitch that they were going to make hittable in the strike zone, because he only saw one pitch a game because they were either going to walk him or pitch around him. And you know what he did? He smacked it over the fence. And I'm like the only guy in Shea Stadium cheering for Barry Bonds. Why? Because you cheer greatness. You cheer greatness. You cheer something special. We already know where we're at. But it's the mentality. It's the mentality. Like, yeah, Barry Bonds is great, so he deserved cheers, and we still booed him. What the hell were we booing him for back then? Because the media and all these other people decided that people taking steroids were villains, and we got to boo them now. What? These mother lovers are taking the best drugs of all time at the time, and they're on display with their superior talent. They're going out there and doing their thing. I get it. The last month has been frustrating. The last 2 months have been frustrating. We all know what's been going on, man. There's no need to talk about it, man. What else you don't think the Mets have been going over their flaws for the last month or last 2 weeks? You don't think they've heard our boos? They always brag about St. Louis and the way that stadium is always rocking. Kansas City Chiefs in football. They always brag about the environment there. The Seattle Seahawks, the 12th man. They always talk about that. And yes, they come up with great teams and everything. Yes. But wouldn't it be so different if New York turned around, especially in Queens, especially in a place that has never been this close? Well, we've been close, but it's been a long time. We've gone through some struggles. Isn't it better to try to close it out with as much, I know it sounds corny, with as much positivity as possible? We have no right, zero right to be booing anyone. We didn't win anything. Baez is not the savior, but he's a messenger. He came through with an ill message, and I respect it now. I had to retract my statement and apologize to that man, because all you pansies that have the nerve to boo from Loserville. Let's turn this around, man. 1 month left. We can make history. We could reverse what happened 14 years ago when the Mets collapsed. We still have time. This is not the September collapse from 14 years ago when Tom Glavine was pitching for us. Overrated Tom Glavine, by the way. What the hell was he doing pitching in New York for us? I've never tweeted this much, Facebook this much in my life. It's been hilarious. You guys are crazy. I should have put Javy Báez's name up, but I didn't. Steve Cohen just tweeted something. Video file share screen on sharing window. Some guy named Javy Báez following me, but that's not the real Javy Báez. This guy's amazing. Follow our Mets owner Steve Cohen. This guy's hilarious. Steve Cohen, where's he at? Stephen A. Cohen, right? There he goes. That must not be him. I don't know. Anyway. I'll look this up. Look at this. Maggie Gray, that's hilarious. The Mets tomorrow when they get a hit. Yo. I'm mad at my man, cousin Sal. What's wrong with you? The only time I root for Jay Paul is if he's fighting Javier Baez. I said, nah, not you, cousin Sal. Paul LaDuca this guy's a prick, bro. You played for us for like 2 years. Báez needs to grow a pair. He came out and said what they were hiding the whole time, because all the rest of his teammates didn't want to speak on it. And they all clearly felt a certain way, and he spoke on it. That's leadership. He stood on his 10 toes, and he came out and told us what he felt. Brandon Tierney, he's a moron. What is this? Mets fans are great, absolutely amazing, unwaveringly loyal. Suspend Báez immediately. He can't be serious. That has to be sarcasm, man. Did Steve Cohen block me? He might have blocked me. Oh, it didn't. This is Steve Cohen's comment. I miss the days when the biggest controversy was the black jerseys. Oh, man. That's crazy. Anyway, so we did beat the Nationals 9-4. I did want to touch on real quick Juan Soto, man. This guy is amazing. Juan Soto is amazing. He might be the best player in baseball. I know Trout is great. But the discipline in this guy, I'll look at Trout's numbers in a second. But Juan Soto, 10 home runs at Citi Field, by the way. And, you know, Fernando Tatis is going to get his he's going to win everyone over with his acrobatic stuff. But Juan Soto is dope. He's look at this. Are you kidding me? Top three. Are you kidding me? But that's not this season. He's a baseball savant. MLB. Look at this. He's gotten last year was top 1% of the league at 478, but this is only 827 pitches. He barely played last year because of obviously because of COVID. But look, are you kidding me? His WOBA is insane. Insane. His walk percentage, 101 walks in the league, by the way, leads the league. 22 home runs. They must not have counted today. 21. They have it as 21 here. They didn't count today's home run. He smacked the home run off of Loop. Aaron Loop was pitching amazing for us. Lefty on lefty. And it was just an incredible at bat. I didn't even show you that. I don't think I have to show you that. It was just an incredible at bat by Juan Soto. End of 2023 season. Soto is 23 right now. By the end of the 2023 season, Juan Soto is going to be 25 years old. Let's say he's 26. We signed Lindor at 27, 28 years old on a 10-year contract. If I was always against 10-year deals, the Albert Pujols deal was crazy by the Angels. I think they signed Vladimir Guerrero for the same thing with somebody else that the Angels signed. But somebody in their mid-20s, low to mid-20s on a 10-year deal, you got to do it, especially when they're a top player like this. He is top 2, top 3 players in the league. This cannot even be argued at this point. His play discipline, he has power. He can bat, and someone like that who can bat anywhere from 1 through 5 in the order is beyond valuable. So if you sign Lindor for that much, 10 years, $300 million, this guy might get $40-50 million a year. And he's worth it. Into him, 35 years old, just him being at the plate. I mentioned Tatis. Tatis is he's obviously more charismatic and more entertaining. But he's way more riskier. Just like Javy Báez is a risk at the plate and a risk in the field. Tatis is going for that special play. It's like Odell Beckham. Great talent, but there might be some diva-ish there, and he's gonna have some errors. Juan Soto has to be targeted by the Mets. He also kind of hinted at it in the Instagram. He had an Instagram post where he's saying he loves playing here. Don't watch highlights of him. Watch at bats of him on YouTube. I'll post them up. I'm gonna have to. Definitely my favorite player. Always got to go with the slightly boring guy, but even the way Keith Hernandez talked about him today during the game, he has like the way he holds the bat is like a cattail, and he's just so like happy to be there. The way he's motioning in the batter's box, it's entertaining. And on top of that, he is greatness, professional. Dude is amazing. I think that's all I got. I'll put some more friendly fire up later if anything comes to mind. It was just really Javy Báez that had me going, and the Mets fans having me going crazy today. Signing off, live and direct flight from Santo Domingo to JFK, Nueva York. See y'all later.